Have you had that moment which you're fed up with your partner's talking non-stop? Well, we are going to save you today. In this video, we will show you 8 psychological tricks to confuse your opponent. Not only that, you can use these tricks to provoke your lover or your friend when you are utterly bored. All of these are psychologically proven facts. But know your limits in using these. Okay, let's see what's in the menu today. First of these is just glancing at the other person's behind and revisiting the conversation. Initially he will just look back, but gradually suspicion will grow and he will become confused. He will then adjust his chair so he can see the backside while continuing the talk. He will not usually inquire, "Why are you looking back?" because you are a stranger. But if he does, just say something to evade the question. This will work better if the background is a scenery rather than a simple wall. If you have done your act right, he will start suspecting that there might be something that he cannot see in the room. This will surely frustrate him. Now I am going to teach you one of my lifelong secrets. Haha. You might have often felt that if someone talks in high volume or literally screaming, "You're finished now." Well, this is not true according to psychology. If someone tries to control you by increasing the volume of the sound, you can do this. Most important thing is not to raise your voice to match that person. You need to start whispering, usually reducing your sound to much lower levels. This makes the screamer to reduce his voice as well. First scenario is that he has to get close to you or bend to hear well. Next he has to reduce his voice. Both of these things force the screamer to come under our control because he is doing what we want him to do. This makes him go crazy as what he planned is not happening. This is the moment to take the advantage. Another way to confuse others is looking at your wristwatch and continuing the conversation. You have to be cautious not to do this with people at a higher rank to you or people you are working with. When you do this, the other person starts to think that he is wasting your time. Although, looking at your phone to check time is not efficient as this. It might give the other one a feeling that you are demeaning him. Yet, watching at a wall clock has the same effect. A trick similar to this is shooing the person while talking. You have to act as if you have heard something. You can add an effect by saying, "Have you heard that?" This can definitely make him go crazy. Did you remember in schools the teachers often hit the desk? This is to get the attention of pupils. Human mind is connected to the sound of hits. The brain immediately recognizes it as a warning sign and gives the signal to turn to the respective angle. You have no option but to look at the side of the sound. So if you have hit a table while at the presence of some others, they have no option as well. This drives them to withdraw from what they have been doing and often drives them to a confusion state. But you have to be careful because it's not one person but a group. Have you heard of incidents in which people die by snapping necks near cemeteries or old creepy houses? The same phenomenon happens here too. Human posture do not allow them to turn their head in 180 degrees. because it might damage the spinal cord. When you are walking near a creepy location, if you were to hear a noise like breaking of a branch, you will immediately look at it without even thinking. This sudden movement can even break your neck. This is another important thing for you to remember. You might have often met some individuals who talks non-stop. They might even not let you talk. Think of a moment where your girlfriend scolds you. She talks without even listening to you. At these times, just drop something from your hand and pick it up. Something like a pen or a key. This marks a rest in the conversation, where you have to take the advantage and speak up. The advantage of this way is that you can confuse your opponent while not hurting their feelings. When you are talking with someone, if you are afraid or hiding something, never look away from his eyes or look down. Looking down can actually make you feel low and will have drastic effects. If you are looking away, it's like not caring the other person. The best thing is to look directly into the eyes. But that is the problem, no? So you can do this. Look at the forehead in between the eyes. This will build your confidence and you can actually look into the eyes later on. You got to remember, looking should be done not up the forehead or not at the nose, but directly in between eyes. When you are among a crowd, you might have felt that someone is looking at you. Actually, no one might be looking at you, but if you suspect someone, what you have to do is just look at your watch or wrist and suddenly look at him. He will have to do the last action he remembers, which is you looking at the watch. You can catch him red-handed. If you wanna know fabulous things like this, subscribe us and press the bell